So the West Bloomfield Fire Department has announced the availability of 6 scholarships for individuals who are interested in pursuing career and education as a paramedic. And we do have fire Deputy Fire Marshal of the West Bloomfield Fire Department, Dave DeBoer, here to tell us all about it. Dave, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on the show. We're excited about this.
Thank you so much. It's great having you. It's our pleasure having you on the show. Can you please tell us a little bit more about these scholarships that you are providing and how did they come about?
So the way it came about is through a federal grant. We applied for a grant looking for some assistance to try something new. Nationwide, we're struggling to hire in emergency services, and so we put our heads together and said, what else can we do to make a difference? You see a lot of communities that are offering lateral pay and some different things to try and entice people to come over. We felt that method just makes it worse for somebody else or some other community. So we wanted to be more proactive and offer some assistance. We know we've got kids that want to go into the field, but don't necessarily have the money for college. So we applied and we were awarded a scholarship or some money to be able to put 6 people through paramedic school and get them through that training and get their feet wet, and we can sponsor them and help them along the way and hopefully get them back as employees here protecting our citizens here in West Bloomfield.
That is great. Can you please tell us a little bit more about the eligibility criteria of any individual who's interested in pursuing these scholarships?
Yes. They've got to be 18 years of age. They've got to have their EMT program done already, which thankfully through the West Bloomfield School District and through Oakland County Schools, kids are able to get that EMT license in high school. So some of our graduating students from West Bloomfield High School already have that in place and are eligible for these scholarships. One other thing that we're expanding it outside our borders also to the paramedic programs at OCC, at Macomb Community College, at Schoolcraft College, looking for anybody in any of the counties that kind of touch the borders of Oakland County, so that we cast that broad net and hopefully attract students of different groups so that we can help diversify our forces. We know that's been a goal for our community for quite some time, and hopefully this will help that process also.
Now, this is great. Can you also tell us just a little bit more on how they can apply? I know that there's a link and application that has been shared, but tell us a little bit more about how they can apply and what is your selection process?
The process is spelled out. We've got that posted on the website, so people can go to our website, pick that up, and get that, or they can call the fire department. We can send it to them. But they're going to do a little essay explaining why they want to be a paramedic and what their goals are, and then they'll come in for an interview process so that we can get to know them a little bit and then make some decisions from there. We're hoping to get a large number of applicants to pick from. There are several programs out there and kids that are already registered. You also have to be registered in a program to apply. So you'd have to be registered with one of those colleges we spoke about a second ago in order to get through that process. But it'll be pretty quick. We hope to make some announcements by the end of October, early November-ish. So get those letters in now if you know somebody that's looking.
That's great. Thank you so much for all these insights. Also, what do you expect from these scholarship recipients? Like whoever gets this scholarship, what are they expected to do? What do you expect from them?
Well, we expect them to do well in that program and put their best foot forward. Anybody that represents West Bloomfield in any way should do their best, and that we expect that to be the standard when we have guys through fire programs and through the fire academy. We want them to be in that upper tier of that group and be a leader in that program. A lot of the training programs that our firefighters and paramedics go through are a little bit competitive, and we want you to be competitive. We want you to be on the higher end of that program, but we also want to be there to support you and assist in whatever way we can to get you through that training so we can get you into the field and get you working.
That is great. Of course, they should. I believe that most paramedics are altruistic people in nature, so I think this is a great quality also to possess as you apply to being a paramedic, or if you are pursuing a career in education in paramedics as well. What is also for people who are interested or candidates who are interested in pursuing this scholarship, is there any room to grow after applying? Like, I understand they might go back to work with you, but what is to expect in the future? What is to look into the future? What can we tell them?
So there's a lot of growth potential. They can, as a paramedic, you can work as a paramedic here in a fire department and be a firefighter paramedic, which we think is the best EMS model out there. You can work in a hospital as a paramedic. There's flight crew paramedics. There's different opportunities as a paramedic. Coming here to the fire department, we have a ton of different opportunities of ways to go where the people can branch into some of the specialized services that we provide, like the hazardous material or technical rescue or urban search and rescue and things, EMS instructing, all those different fields. Some of our paramedics have gone on to become RNs and have their RN license and their paramedic license so that they can serve the community at a greater capacity. So there is a ton of growth potential, even just within the fire service and where your career can go. And it's a very rewarding career. Every day is a little different, so it's not the same thing every day. You're seeing new things every day, but you're out there helping people. Sometimes that help is simple and an easy thing that we can handle in a few minutes, and sometimes it's more advanced stuff that takes a lot more care and precision. But a great job, great, and what a great community to work for. Very well supported by our elected officials and the community in general.
That is great. I actually wanted to ask you a little bit about the non-materialistic rewards that a person can get from being a first aid or a paramedic. I mean, and you just said it, it is a great way to help and give back to our community. How do you see those scholarships shaping the future of paramedics?
Well, hopefully we can prove the concept that we have here that by helping some people that might not be able to afford the schooling, we can still get great paramedics. We know we've got a very varied group of people here. Some of our guys came from well-to-do families. Some of our guys came from families that struggled, and everywhere in between. So we know there's good people out there that can be great paramedics and great firefighters. And sometimes all they need is that little boost to get them through that schooling and get them into the field and get them working. So we hope this is the key to that. We can replicate it.
That is a great way to put it. Indeed, this opportunity is not only helping give back to our community, but it's helping the candidates, whoever that are applying to this opportunity. It is a great 6 scholarships. Again, as we said, they're available at the West Bloomfield Fire Department. Dave, are there any final words you would like to say to anyone who wants to apply or want to pursue a career in paramedics?
Anybody interested, even if you don't have your EMT license or you don't have those things done, anybody at all that is interested in learning more about becoming a firefighter, stop by the stations, come to admin here on Maple Road between Orchard Lake and Middle Belt and stop in. We would love to show you around, show you the trucks and equipment and introduce you to the crews and show you what the daily activities look like here in West Bloomfield. And hopefully it appeals to you and we get more people in the field. It is a great field to be in, but right now we're struggling to hire people, and we're going to be retiring a lot of people in the not too distant future. So we want to get ahead of this and have people coming up through the ranks as others are retiring and moving on to other things.
Dave DeBoer, Deputy Fire Marshal of the West Bloomfield Fire Department. Thank you so much for joining us again. To anybody who wants to apply to these 6 scholarships, we will be sharing a link to the application on our social media at Civic Center TV 15 on Facebook and on our Instagram at Civic Center. You can also visit the West Bloomfield Fire Department's website. We will also be sharing the website and all the information along this interview in particular with all the amazing insights that Deputy Fire Marshal Dave just gave us. Thank you so much again for being with us.